with my show, the Latino community, some people loved it and some people hated it. And they would say, my family's not like that. And it's like, well, yeah, the show's not called Every Latino in the World. It's called Cristela. And the show was actually based on my life, which people couldn't understand. That's what I thought was interesting, because I grew up a fan of TV. So for me, I always accept everybody's truth as their own. So for me, like growing up as a kid, like I remember watching A Different World and loving that show. Was it my experience? No. But it was one of the closest representations to me that I felt as a kid kind of spoke to me. You know, I didn't watch the show and say, that can't happen, I'm Mexican, that's not my experience. I just let them tell their stories. We were talking about how when you see Roseanne, you don't think every white mother's like that. Like, they're allowed to have different stories. You can watch Modern Family, you can watch Roseanne, and they're different. They're allowed to do it. With me, I can tell you that with my show, people thought it was interesting that I wasn't interested in dating. You know, they were like, but why are you helping out the family? You don't want to like meet the single guy? I'm like, no, actually my real life, where I'm from in South Texas, a lot of people, we have to work together, you know, to help the family. You know, a lot of aunts. My sister has 3 kids. The aunt moves in and helps take care of the family because we all grew up well below the poverty line. And that's the only way to survive. So you try telling that story to a network that's never heard it, and they think it's unreal, and they start calling bullshit on your life. So immediately you start thinking, no, it really happened. Like, here's a picture. Nah. And you're thinking, and that's one of the biggest fights that we have. So post-election, I've said the most important thing that we have to do is accept everybody's truth as their own. If you're pitching Star Wars, you're not going to say, bullshit, that's in space. You know what I mean? Like, you accept the story for what it is. And I think in order to move forward, we have to be able to accept everybody's truth as their own and let them develop from there. Because I can tell you from the studio network side, I didn't have any other fellow Latinos that were supporting me. I was the only one. And it's hard to create your own existence when you're already going uphill against people that tell you that your life isn't your life.